The time has now come for me to step out of the way of greatness. The gentleman I have the honor and privilege of introducing to you, he's a family man. He's a military veteran, and he's been a successful entrepreneur for over 25 years. He's earned millions of dollars in three different industries, but he's come out of retirement because this is going to be the fourth industry that he earns millions of dollars in. Not only has he done pretty well for himself, but he's actually always done what's best for his people and helped his people to earn a lot of income, strong income as well, and achieve their goals and dreams. He has a goal to help 10,000 families over the next 2 to 5 years earn $5,000 per month in residual recurring income. But what I love most about him is he's the definition of integrity and character, and he's one of the only people that's ever been and done every single thing he ever committed to me that he would be or do. So please, ladies and gentlemen, give me some hearts, give me some fire, give me some love in the chat. Please help me welcome to the line someone I'm honored to call my coach, my mentor, and my friend, the VP of Sales, Mr. Sam Bean.
Hey, what's going on, Carla? How we doing today?
Awesome, sir. How about you?
Fantastic. Just making phone calls, making things happen. Excited about, this journey and this new project that we're working on. I don't know about you, but I'm pretty excited for the Cashflow collaborations and careers tour that we're about to start. As a matter of fact, that tour kicks off in Denver, Colorado on the 25th, going through Baltimore. We'll be in Houston and more states. So I'm pretty excited about what we're doing. And guys, before we get into this thing, if you will, if you can, let's just have a moment of silence for, everything that's going on in California right now, please. A lot of people have lost everything. They've lost neighborhoods, counties, buildings, schools, um, lives, and so if we can just, have a moment. We're gonna go ahead and kick this thing off, and I'm excited about, like I said today, again, just being the first event that we're going to have for the cash flow collaborations and career movement. And the reason why we are having this movement, guys, is because it's 2025, a brand new year. A lot of people have a lot of brand new resolutions that they want to accomplish, and I'm quite sure that a lot of you do as well. So if you have New Year's resolutions that you want to hit, just put me in the chat, and you don't have to tell me what they are, but just put me in the chat. Yeah. And I know that there are four different, when it comes to the economy and economics, finances, money, and everything else, I know that there are at least four different things that people are looking for. One, cash refunds. I can't do anything about that. I'm not a part of the IRS, but you have some people who are looking for some additional cash flow, right? You have some people who are looking for some new careers, right? Or some part-time careers that you would call gigs. You have some people who are also looking for collaborations. Like you have professionals that are in the real estate industry, roofing industry, insurance industry. A lot of people who are business-minded people who are just looking to expand their collaboration base, right? And so it's no business like mo business, right? And so if you're here, you like a little bit of extra cash flow, put a one in the chat. You're looking for a career, put a two in the chat. If you're looking for collaborations, want to make more money, you're big money like Sabrina and Eddie, and you want some more money, put some threes in the chat, right? I want to know who I'm talking to today. All right. And guys, with that being said, like Carly said, I am the VP of sales for the Bill Network. And it's an honor to be here to represent the company, but also represent the ForeSight family. And when I look at this company here, it's a unique company that I actually came out of retirement to do. Okay. And some of you say, why would you do such a thing? Most people work, retire, and they stay off of work. Well, when you love what you do, it's not work. When you have goals and dreams that are centered around helping people, impacting lives, it's not work, right? And so, what I like about this company here is this: I get a chance to fulfill one of my I would say selfish goals of impacting the lives of over 100 million children directly or indirectly by helping and mentoring their parents and people who they respect. And platforms like this, they do it for me. As a matter of fact, just from a financial perspective, over the next 2 to 5 years, I have a goal of helping 10,000 families earn $5,000 a month of residual recurring income. Okay. And those are goals that I have for myself to help other people. So yeah, it's selfish, but it's impactful. Okay. And I want to do it in a unique way. I want to do it in a way that people have never done before, right? And something that a person can come in and say, you know what, I want to do that. That fits me, and I don't have to, fit the mold of everybody else around me. In like in industries like network marketing or multi-level marketing or direct sales companies that only have one situation. Okay. This is a high ticket brokerage. And this platform, in my personal opinion, is something like a business mall. Okay. And this is where entrepreneurs come to shop for opportunities and people who want careers, they come to shop for careers. And the unique thing about this is that a person can actually come and shop in this mall and go directly to a store that will allow them to make a multiple six-figure annual income on a very, very part-time basis without having to recruit and without it being network marketing. And that's the value that this platform brings. Okay. So the other value is this: you have some people who just want to make an extra $500 to $1,000 per month without having to go get a second job or having to go do Uber, Airbnb, and those type of things. Well, again, we have that for you as well. And as I said, for all of our people who understand money and they see the vision of what this thing is and how big this thing really can be, guys, the collaboration opportunities here are limitless. So let's go ahead and jump into this thing here. Okay. And so when it comes to business, um, regardless of what level of participation you choose to do when you come on board, always think about it from a business perspective. Always think about it from an entrepreneurial mindset, because when you do that, guys, even as an employee, what you're doing is you're now working your way out of a job. You're maturing your way out of a career and into independence. Okay. And I'm saying that because, as you can see, the writing is on the wall. AI is here. It's not going anywhere. It's getting bigger. When you look at technology is improving, overseas, workforces have now taken domestic, work jobs and things like that, guys. You're being phased out, whether you want to or not. You are being phased out, and companies are making decisions that impact their bottom line, bring more money into their households, and just I'm gonna say this, and I want to make sure you get this and receive this. They're making decisions for their families, their grandkids, and their great grandkids, not you or yours. Okay. And so this is why you should actually become a business owner. This is why you should consider being an entrepreneur. Okay. Now, from the economy perspective, what you're seeing is a lot of things that are happening out there in the real world. And I say the real world because you have debt crises, you have layoffs, inflation, recession, higher taxes, job displacement. You see all this stuff that's here, all the doom and gloom that you see here. It's happening every day for everyday people. It's on CNN, it's on your local news. People are losing jobs, people are losing opportunities, and people have nowhere to go. And I'm gonna just say right now, again, when you have situations where, all of those buildings and companies burn down in California, guys, you have people who need work still. And so again, um, you want to know that you are now going to become, not just a person who makes money for you and your family, but you're going to become the founder of the feast. You're going to become, the person who supplies, the opportunities for other people. And you are needed. You're just as needed as Airbnb. You're just as needed as Uber. You're just as needed as Etsy, Amazon, Shopify, DoorDash. Guys, people need you, okay, now more than ever, because what they're getting from these guys is they're getting, temporary satisfaction. It's almost like a Band-Aid. It's not going to get you rich. It'll make you a couple extra dollars. It's not going to be something that you can even have a lifestyle around, or have it as for most people, it can't be the only thing you do. It's extra. And so again, when you look at the companies that supply these jobs, where these gigs, they make billions of dollars because they take from millions of people. They override millions of people, right? And they do it globally. And so that's why I want you to have, this mindset. Okay. That's why I want to make sure that when you watch this presentation, I want to make sure you really see the possibilities. Okay. And when you look at companies, you look at opportunities, most people have not been trained right? To evaluate opportunities. But three simple things that you can look for and basically validate an opportunity or eliminate it are these three things. You got to be able to check these boxes, and we check all three, guys. We are in a not just one big target market, guys, and low market penetration. We're in several essential goods and services, guys, like gas, water, electricity, and things that people consider habits, alcohol, tobacco products, things like that, guys. These are things that people need, cell phones, things that people, they're not doing without, they're going to use. You are a part of somebody's residual income. You are on the wrong side of money. Okay. And so you have to now start to participate, on the right side of it. Industries that will thrive in good and bad economies, guys. Again, all of these things that I just mentioned, you are going to participate in, whether the money is stopped and you're living, on credit, or you're living on your savings, or you're robbing Peter to pay Paul. You're still going to pay the water bill, electricity, and the gas. Guess what else, guys? You're still going to smoke your cigarettes. You're still going to drink your coffee. You're still going to drink your alcohol. You're still going to use your cell phone. You're going to do all of those things, whether you can afford to or not. And unfortunately, it's big business. Okay. And so this is where you take the little person and make them a juggernaut in business. Okay. So when you look at the platforms and the verticals that we participate in, the ones that we do business in, guys, again, these are unique situations, and you can make a seven-figure income in any one of these alone. Okay. Take solar, for example. Remember I said earlier, you can make a six-figure or a multiple six-figure, income on a very part-time basis without recruiting. But guys, when a solar company is paying you $6,000 to $10,000 per transaction, you do one transaction a month, guys. That's anywhere from 75 grand a year to, over six figures. You do two or three, guys, we're talking about multiple, six figures on a part-time basis. Remember, this is not your career. It's not what you went to college for, but this is something that's available to you and something that we'll train you to do, right? When you look at Rain H2O, that's alkaline water, right? We're talking about a filtration system in the industry, guys, right now that's ripe for the picking. And when you look at what we do when it comes to alkaline water, guys, we bring you the best of the best, right? Two, we actually are a partner with the company that manufactures our machines. They are the company that brought alkaline water to North America. Three, when you look at, the competition are selling you machines that are two and three times as expensive as ours, but they don't do half of what ours do. And guess what? They're paying those people $200 to $300 per sale. We're paying our sales force $1,000 to $2,000. Okay. So when it comes to the water, though, and I'll talk about solar in depth, but water, I just need a second. Water is very, very important, to the point to where my mother never really drank water, right? And she died at a very, very young age of dehydration. Basically, all she drank were, things that were laden with sugar, no water, and it was basically the cause of death. My brothers, my sisters, we literally have all drank water our whole entire life based on seeing that at a young age. And so water, hydration water, and alkaline water is very, very important to me. But don't take it from me how important it is. Go do your own research. Okay. Also, get back with the person that invited you here. They'll give you a website that you can put your zip code in, and it'll show you that the water that you're drinking from your hydrants, they actually have, chlorine in it, chloramine, bacteria, lead, all kind of different things in it, guys, that are basically killing you at a slow drip. And so this is a really big market, so much so that in 2022, over 7 billion, almost $8 billion, 7.8 billion in revenue and sales in the United States of America was sold with just regular water filtration systems. Okay. In 2023, it was 8.45 billion. Okay, water filtration system, guys. We're in the right industry. Okay. Now you have ADT and Brinks Security, right? Been around for a long time. And again, just for selling them, guys, the company's going to pay you $500 to $700 per sale. You have people doing two or three of those a week, and some two or three a month, right? But we have a unique situation here. When it comes to security, guys, we're about to revolutionize, and disrupt the way people look at security. Okay, we have a portable military grade insurance, I mean, a security device
Pero ¿y por
that
eso cuando se
um,
lo comió? ¿Se lo
can we
devolvió?
get everybody on the mute, please? Carlin, can we get you guys to mute them out for me? Thank you. So, so with these portable military grade security device, home security and business security devices, guys, they're not hardwired to anything, which means that it's you can take it from one space to another and activate it, and now it's going to protect that area and whatever area that it's enclosed in. The moment that the pressure in that room or that building changes from an open door or an open window, it goes off. No one knows where it's at. They can't turn it off and they flee. Guys, this is not just great for your homes. This is great for when you ladies take girls trips to Miami, or when you are in a dormitory room on a university campus, or when you're working late at your office. Guys, you don't want anybody, to take that sense of security from you. You want to be able to put yourself in a position where you always feel secure and protected. Okay? And so you can buy more than one. Yeah, and I plan on having, because I have a wife, I have sons. I want to make sure I protect everything and everyone I love. Right? But the smart money, at the end of the day, we're going to show you how to make a ton of money, and you can make as little or as much as you want. But we're going to show you how, to really retire and have a actual retirement in the next 15 to 20 years. So if you don't hang around for anything else, hang around for that, because that information I'm giving you, I'm going to give it to you for free. Okay. So with that being said, let's go ahead and talk about solar real quick here, because again, solar is one of the fastest trending, spaces in the U.S. right now. And when you look at the presidency, guys, it talks. I'm talking about, Donald Trump bringing in, the man, the myth, the legend, Elon Musk, Mr. Solar himself, and they're doing that because he's going to show America how to put themselves in a position where we're getting eco-friendly, where we're going straight to solar. We're going straight to things that have nothing to do with gas and oil. Okay. And so when you look at California, California, since 2010 has passed a law where you can't even build a home in California, guys, unless it has solar being built on top of it. Okay. By 2035, you won't be able to buy an automobile in California that operates on petrol. Okay. And when you look at the market itself, if I'm doing business, in the market, and my business is in let's say solar, you want to know what your customer base is. You want to know what people are desiring when it comes to solar. As about 3 weeks ago, a friend of mine sent me a text message. It was a screenshot showing me that 497,000 people in the United States of America searched for solar installers that week. Okay, people are wanting what we are selling. Okay. And so, and you look at your actual market, that your territory, all of the US is your landscape. 85 million homes are eligible out of the 90, that were eligible. Okay? And so again, it's a wide open market. And when they look at the customers are the most important person in this equation. And we take care of them, on a large level. So when you look at, our customers, guys, they save up to 50%, right, on energy costs. And so what we do is we conduct an audit to see if they're overpaying, and see what type of savings that we can bring them. And what we've been noticing, we've been getting them somewhere between 30 to 40% savings. At 0% down on various financing options. So you're talking about coming to the table with no money out of pocket, right? And now, you have put yourself in a position where not only did you have no money out of pocket, but now you fix that rate, you locked in that payment, never to raise, and one day it'll go away, just like your mortgage. Remember I said that. Okay. Blackout protection. And this is with batteries, guys. I'm in Houston, and I like to say that we keep a hurricane, or a natural disaster in our pocket. So we're always out of electricity. We're always out of energy. And, we're always displaced, or we're always at a hotel, or we're always in the dark, or we're always using generators, but the sad part about that is this, you have these, utility companies that they keep the lights off intentionally, right? And what they do is they do that as a way to make people pay more money and to fear, being in a position where you don't have electricity. Okay. So again, it's a game to them, but it's a life or death situation for other people. The last big storm that we had here in Houston, we had almost a little bit over 3 million homes without utilities in the state of Texas, right? And out of those 3 million homes that had no utilities, we had 44 people who died, right? Because they couldn't power their life-saving devices, or they couldn't power the AC or the heater and died from, again, hypothermia or heat exhaustion, whatever it was. And so people need, the batteries to make sure that the lights never go off, make sure they always have utility electricity. Okay. Tax credits, receive a tax credit 30 up to 30, 30%, right? If you qualify, 30% tax break. If you don't qualify, guess what? The actual banks that we use to finance it, they can use it and you still get credit and it will lower your bill. Okay. Immediate increase in home value, anywhere from 4 to now 6% per Zillow. And it's like that because people want to buy a house. It's more attractive to most people now since everybody is becoming more and more conscious of solar. It's more attractive to have a house already on with solar already on it than them to have to go through that process. Okay, especially if that house has no solar, no light bill. Okay, it's more attractive. Now the clean energy side again is just helping us, keep the earth intact. Helping us use the sun instead of things that they're digging up from their, fossil fuels and things like that. So that's important. Okay. So again, when we talk about the number of people who are not just looking at solar and considering solar, consider this, in 2022, someone went solar every 44 seconds, right? In 2023, someone went solar every 38 seconds. And guys, in 2024, last year, I can't wait to see what those numbers are because I know they were through the roof, right? But for those of you who are saying solar, I'm not too sure about solar. Let me share with you something. Whether you are sure about solar, you understand solar, you have solar or not, you're already paying for solar. Okay. The utility company that you have that you use, they are already, charging you for solar, but the solar they're charging you for is for their solar farms, and they're using the solar energy from the solar farms to power your house, but they're charging you fossil fuel rates. Guys, this is a really big, dirty game that we're playing right now with these companies. Okay. So I just want to make sure you understand that it's not if, it's when you get your own solar panels and you cut off the old dirty grid and the old dirty utility companies, right? So to help you fight this fight, we have a company called Freedom Forever, and Freedom Forever basically eliminates a lot of the anxiety that people have when it comes to solar based on them, their reputation, how long they've been in business. You don't have to worry about somebody putting solar on your house today and you wake up a year from now and they're gone. They're out of business. They can't service you, right? And so Freedom Forever has been around since 2011 and they've done over 160,000 installs today. And when you look at the awards, they've won just as many awards, if not more, than any company that's out there. They're the biggest, they're the baddest, and they guarantee way more. Most companies only guarantee, the materials like the panels and wiring and stuff like that. These people guarantee that 25-year guarantee on that, but 25-year production guarantee on everything you see there: power, return, loss of savings, and production. Okay. And so when I say they're the biggest, they're the baddest guys there in 38 states around the US, soon to be in 44 the next 3 to 6 months. Okay. And so this means that not only can you have solar in these states, guys, you can actually sell solar in these states. Even if you're not in one of these states, if you're in one of the gray states, you can still sell solar in one of the others. Okay. That's the beautiful thing about technology and being able to work from home and do business from home. This is why I say AI, technology, a lot of that stuff is replacing, people who actually have traditional jobs today. So what do you see here, guys? A good friend of mine, Idris Alaka, one of our mentors, he says, when I see this picture, I see a roof, and every one of those roofs needs solar. And under those roofs, they need alkaline water. Under those roofs, they need security. And they also need, financial education so they can go out there and retire rich, as opposed to retiring with less than $500 in the bank, which is what 97% of the people do in the US. Okay. So A couple testimonials real quick here. These are people who've actually gone solar using, our company. Okay. This is a customer out of California, $287 a month on average is what they were paying prior to them coming with us here at Encore, $140 a month now, and that will never ever go up, right? And one day go away. Now, when you look at the commissions, like I said, it's a win-win situation for everybody. The customer is saving a lot of money and one day won't have a bill. And the person who triggered that transaction, originated that transaction, they made $3,200. The person who did the presentation and sat down with the homeowner and explained everything to them, they made $3,200. Guys, there's an opportunity for you to actually be on both sides of the deal. Even though it wasn't on this deal, you can actually get the full 6,400 if you are the person who brought the deal to the table and the person who closed the deal. Okay. Here, an EXP realtor out of Florida brought one of their past customers to the table that was paying $410 a month and before us on average, right? And then after sitting down with us and deciding to come on board with Encore as a solar provider, they dropped it down to 290. Again, never to increase, one day to go away, right? And when I look at that quote that's on the bottom, think about this for a second. It says a solar sales presentation is not a presentation. It's an IQ test, right? Because again, if it don't make dollars and don't save dollars, it don't make sense. And so again, men and women lie, but numbers don't, right? And so here's some other numbers that again just don't lie. $8,200 for this commission on this one deal here. And just like the first one, two people split it. And guys, when you look at these commissions, whether you get half or whether you get whole, you're not mad. This is some pretty serious extra money. Think about it. If this kind of money, if an extra $3,000 a month, guys, without getting a job and without driving Uber, tearing up your cars and stuff like that, if that would help you, can you put a one in the chat? Can you put some dollar signs in the chat or put me in the chat? Just want to know who I'm talking to, right? Because you know when people are looking and they're out here evaluating, how they're going to make some extra money to pay, bills that are increasing and things like that. Um, it's a sad situation where now they're taking part-time jobs for 30 hours a week that comes away from, their families, 2, 3 kid households, or leaving their wife, leaving their husbands, or jumping in the Uber, or putting themselves in debt trying to buy property, for Airbnb and things like that. Guys, this is a no-brainer. This helps people and it keeps it simple, but it keeps it lucrative. Okay. So energy cost over time, guys, again, there's going to be hyperinflation in everything that you do, especially these days when it comes to solar. Let me share with you why. When you look at, the solar companies that are out there, the utility companies that are out there, rather, the bills are always going up. And now sometimes you're seeing the bills go up twice a year. And if there's a major storm, guys, sometimes it's 3 times a year because guess what? When something happens to the grid that they have to repair, guess who has to replace it? Guess who has to repair it? Not them. They charge you by increasing the amount of money they charge you for your utilities and electricity. So when you look at the individuals who go solar, right? That means that the more people go solar, the less people they have paying for the utilities, right? If you have less people bear the brunt of the people who left, right? So now they have to pay more and more and more money because they're the ones that are sitting there not believing in solar. When you look at your electric bill, guys, true or not, right? It was high, it's higher now than it was 5 years ago. Right? True or true? True or true? Was it higher 5 years ago than it was higher 10 years ago than it was 5 years ago, right? And so it's not that, it's a if thing. If it goes up, it's when it goes up. That's why I say when you look at rent, guys, rent goes up, right? Rent goes up. Rent today is a lot higher than it was 10, 15, 20 years ago. And I don't know of anybody who's renting a house for 30 years. People who are in a house and they've been there for 5, 10, 15 years, it's because they're buying it. They intend on paying it off one day, and it's going to be an asset. So why would you treat, your utilities any other way? Why would you rent or lease your utilities instead of owning it? Why wouldn't you own your energy, right? Or own a system that produces the energy for your home? Guys, when you actually go solar, this is what happens. You actually uh, go from having one, like say, one big bill to one small bill and a connection fee. Once you pay it off, you just have the connection fee. The connection fee is anywhere from $4 to $11 a month. Okay. But just want to make sure you guys understand before I move forward on this, guys. This is one of the things that I said 20 years from now, let's say you're 40 years old. And one thing that people, want more of when they retire is more money, right? They want lower bills, more money, and they're working on a fixed income. Guys, by the time, you guys retire 20 years from now, your bill, you're looking at, $1,500, $2,000 bill per month just on utilities. Right? Go ahead and get rid of that now, right? Predict the future and say 20 years from now, I won't have a bill, period. Right. And so I'm just saying it's just smart money, guys. Savings is the new earnings, right? And so when I look at smart money, I think of people like Warren Buffett. And we look at this quote. This quote tells it all. And so for me, I don't take advice from people I wouldn't trade places with. And this is one of the wisest investors in the world, right? And he says that energy deregulation will be the largest transfer of wealth in all of history, guys. And we talking about this is one of the biggest movements that we will ever have economically. You will be present, but that doesn't mean that you'll participate. It doesn't mean that you'll benefit from it. Okay. Some people are going to suffer from ignorance, right? And so again, when I look at these people here, I'm taking their advice and I'm making moves just like them. Now, when it comes to money, the company pays you 7 different ways, and they're extremely generous when they do so. And I just like how they have this thing set up to where you're not forced to do anything that you don't want to do. You're not forced to go full time. You can do it part time. You're not forced to recruit anybody. You can do it on your own with a legitimate career in sales, right? You actually eat what you kill, right? And so that's a really big thing. You can make a little money or a lot of money. And so, regardless of what it is that you want, the company says we're willing to pay you, period. Okay. Now, for personal sales, your own efforts, just like Robert Kiyosaki says in Rich Dad, Poor Dad, you know, you basically will go out and you will procure a sale, right? And for that sale, let's say, and the company is going to pay you 70% on every sale that goes on in the company, right? Now, the average profit, let's just say in this example here, per install is $10,000, which means that your actual commission on that would be $7,000. Okay. And so when you look at your only responsibilities, guys, we're talking about, to get a deal to the table. This is easy as one, two, three. One, pique a person's interest. Okay. Basically, share with them the benefits that I shared with you earlier. Those customer benefits, you just pique their interest, share the benefits with them. And then two, what you do is get their bill. Okay. You get their bill, utility bill, and make sure it's, it has the address on it so they can pull the address up and they can design the panels, right? And make sure it has the last 12 months on it so they can go out there and audit it to make sure that you're not being overcharged, or to see if there's some savings available, right? And then three, set the appointment with the expert. We call our experts mentors. Hey, when you do that, you wash your hands of it, you step out of the way, and you let the mentors go to work on your behalf. Those experts are going to sit down with your people. They're going to go over the layout that they designed of the solar panels for the roof. They're going to go over the financing options. They're going to go over a 10 to 15-minute conversation about solar, educating the homeowner on solar, and especially solar as it pertains to their home, right? And they're going to get them to a buying decision. They're not going to sell them anything. They're going to educate them, empower them, and allow them to move forward, right? When that happens, that deal is done. You get 50% just for doing your first three steps, and then they actually get 50% for doing the heavy lifting. Okay. And so our mentors can represent anyone around the United States of America and any of the states that we actually do business in. And being a mentor is one of the highly coveted positions in the company, and we make it extremely simple for a person to get there. All they have to do is 3 training sales with a mentor who they will learn from while they're watching deals in action. Okay. 2, close 5 deals on their own. Okay. Those 5 deals that they close on their own, they're going to keep 100% of the money. And 3, complete a company certification. Real simple, Q&A, watch a couple videos, do some multiple choices, and the company says that this person is now um, capable of representing us and doing deals for our sales force. Okay, and so that's how simple it is to become a mentor. And now you can do business in those 38 states. But guess what? You do 3 deals, guys, and say, I don't even want to be a mentor. I just want to do my own deals, right? I want to kill what I eat. I want to eat what I kill. I all you have to do is 3 deals with a mentor. Once you do that, we notify the company that you've done those 3 deals, complete those 3 deals with a mentor. And guess what? You ready to rock and roll. Okay. Now, mentor sales examples, guys, when I say you'll have people who want to be mentors like you, let's say you have 4 people that want to be mentors like you, they have to have 3 deals as well. Those 3 deals, times 4 people, 12 deals, you get half of each deal. As the example I gave you earlier, $3,500 each. That's $42,000, right? You do that every month. That's a $500,000 a year, right? Part-time. Okay. Now, when you look at Zig Ziglar, I respect this guy. I love this guy. He was one of my third party mentors before he passed away. And he had this saying, as you see, it says, you will get all you want in life if you help enough people get what they want in life. And I have a saying that mirrors it, saying that your family will never ever be last as long as you put everybody else's families first, right? And so um, we do that by bringing people to the table as brokers. Okay. And so we allow you to build a sales force, right? And what you do is you liking this to or consider this to mirror real estate brokers, okay? Mortgage brokers, insurance brokers, right? Sales forces from corporate America, right? You have a lot of companies out there that have massive sales forces, and those are the biggest and most profitable companies in the world. And so the cool part about this is that you get to participate in lucrative opportunities of overrides without actually owning the company. Okay, and so as a consultant for the company out the gate, we're going to pay you 20% overrides on every deal that the person that you bring in does. So let's just say you brought me in this example, and let's say I see Gabby Tolbert, and Gabby comes in. Gabby recruits me, and when Gabby recruits me, I do a deal. $10,000 is a commission. $7,000 is what I get. That 3,500. The person who did the deal gets 3,500. There's 3,000 left. Okay. Gabby gets 20% of that $3,000. That's $600 in Gabby's pocket, and she didn't even know I did a deal, right? And so if I did 5 deals, right, that's $3,000 for Gabby in this example. And guys, I'm literally making money. I'm happy. I'm making a ton of money. I'm supporting my family, whatever I need to do. And Gabby, because she introduced me to the opportunity, she's the founder of the feast for me. The company allows her to override my production as they should, right? Okay. Now, the moment me and let's say Gabby brings in Carla or Carly, and Gabby brings in, Sabrina. And so she has 3 of us, and we do 10 deals together, right? Yeah, she now goes to manager. So now her 20% increases to 30. Okay. When our sales go over 24 over in 60-day window time, her percentage increases to 35. And now she starts to also get paid on the people who we bring into the fold as well. So we start our own brokerages, our own sales forces. She also has the ability to override them. And so, guys, it's no different than corporate America, right? The only difference between us and corporate America is you can't out earn the people who are above you in corporate America. Guess what? I brought Gabby brought me in, but I can out earn Gabby. Okay. Guess what? I brought Carly in this situation. Guess what? Carly can out earn me and Gabby. There's no cap on your income, guys. There's no cap on your production. You can make as much money, as you want. I have a gentleman who is in the company. He's out of Atlanta, Georgia, in the month of April. Last year, guys, he did 28 deals in one month. He made 100 grand in one month. And guess what? Over 100 grand. And we hadn't even been in business for 3 months yet. Right. And so again, the only limits you have are the ones that you create. Okay. And so the company here, 45%, all the way up to 45% at national, 25% on your people down to infinity. And then you get paid in the profit sharing pool. It's kind of like ownership. Okay. And so like I said, company is extremely generous. All right. So here's another example when it comes to the manager position. Let's say you have 10 people in your organization, they do one deal, four of those on your first level and six of those on your second level. Guys, that's 6 grand. That's $6,300 in overrides. Okay. And let's say you do one deal yourself, that's 7 grand, right? Because you get both sides of the deal in this transaction. That's $13,000 a month. 12 months later, guys, you do this, once a month, 12 months, that's 150 grand part-time. Double it up, guys. Everybody does two deals instead of one. Now you're looking at $250,000 a year, $20,000 a month. Easy math, right? Easy money. So when you look at consulting, guys, this is the career position. Like I said, for those of you who are on the career side of the situation, you just want to, you want to go out there and fend for yourself. You want to go out there and do your own sales. That's fine. And the company says that what we'll do is we'll allow you to do that. We'll open up a position for you, $149 only, and basically to manage it and get the support and everything you need is $49 a month. When you look at real estate, insurance, and all the rest of these other brokerages out there, it's way more expensive than $149. Okay. As a matter of fact, we have a ton of people who fail insurance tests and can't afford it, insurance licenses and stuff like that, testing and things like that. And they are coming here for that reason. Okay. So, but as a consultant, you can sell anything that we offer, guys, not just solar. You can sell anything that we offer, and you can still bring people in, right? Now, building a sales force, building a business, building a brokerage, and getting all the perks and benefits, guys, that come with it, and being able to capitalize in some extremely lucrative cash flow and some build some nice size collaboration, guys. It's only $199. Okay. And think about this for a second. When you look at Christmas, a lot of us spend $199 uh on some gifts for some people who will never ever, you'll get the joy of giving a person a gift, but you'll never make any return off of that. Thousands of dollars was invested. As a matter of fact, some of you last week spent $199 on dinner and a movie. Right. And so we're talking about, pennies on a dollar here to own a company that you can run from home, right? That's going to not just give you an opportunity to sell everything that we have, build a sales force, but this is where you get access to the Smart Money Club. So this is a membership that I talked about where people who you may speak English, you may speak Spanish, but most people don't speak economics, right? This is a language that you must learn, and this is something that you must master. I've been around people who've made millions of dollars who've lost it. Guess what? I was one of them. I can't tell you where my first $1 million that I made in real estate had went. I can't, right? And so also from just wisdom and everything else, I lost another million in a second deal based on trusting the wrong people, right? And making bad decisions on my own as well. So financial literacy is very, very important. And so we're not just going to teach you how to make a ton of money. We're going to show you how to sustain it. We're going to show you how to grow it. We're going to show you how to scale it, diversify with it, and build something that you can leave to your family with. Okay. And so all these things that you see here, we offer those things. And guess what? We have more that's not there and more that's coming. Okay. But just know this part of the program is worth $3,000-$4,000 easy on the low side. Okay. And that comes with your brokerage. Now, the lifestyle side of this, when it comes to the membership, the Bill membership comes with restaurants, eateries, 50,000 of them, from everything from fast food to steakhouses. Okay. You have the retail side where you can go shopping for clothes, or you can shop for activities like bouncy houses, movie theaters, cruises, things like that. And then you have, the 850,000 travel providers that, from resorts to hotels to a lot of different things that have everything to do with vacations. This right here, guys, comes with it as well. No additional cost, right? So I've already used this. This is already paid for my membership over and over again. As a matter of fact, I went to Las Vegas, stayed at the Venetian, and early March of last year, and I was at 5 days, and I think I say $28 a night, 5 days. Went to Los Angeles, LAX Hilton, the Hilton LAX, stayed 6 days, $31 a night, $186 on that trip I say, right? And then we went to Cancun, my wife and I, 3-day vacation. And on that 3-day vacation, we looked at the website and we saw that we would have saved $317. And I say would have saved because we bought that trip in January before we became a part of the company. Okay. And so, again, that's all huge. But the thing I want you guys to pay more attention to is what's on the next slide. See, when you look at the smart money and the membership rewards, those are a part of the subscription. Okay. And this is where the smart money really happens, right? Remember, I told you I was going to show you how, to retire rich, show you how to retire to where you didn't have to worry about the government. Guys, well, when you look at, the way the economy is and the way jobs are being eliminated and it's forcing people to go out there and fend for themselves. Well, the number one thing that people are starting to do now from home is create subscription-based businesses, right? And you know why they're doing that? It's because they saw the big companies do it first, right? When you look at COVID, what happened with COVID, and subscriptions have been around forever, but right now, when you look at COVID, when COVID kicked in, you had companies like HBO go up to 100 million subscriptions. You had companies like Spotify. Remember, this is entertainment because people can't go anywhere. Companies like Spotify, they went up to 239 million subscriptions. Now, even my coffee company, guys, we sold $20,000 more a coffee per month, right? I'm sorry, $200,000 more coffee per month internationally, which put another $35,000 a month in our pocket, based on subscriptions, our coffee subscriptions, because people drank more coffee because they were worried. And going back to the sector that you participate in, the big boys like Netflix, 200 million subscriptions, and the one it's my favorite, who I paired in my business after right now, in this company here, Amazon, Jeff Bezos, 200 million subscriptions. Okay, now think about this for a second. Jeff Bezos sells everything, and most people don't even pay attention to the $99 subscription. And keep in mind, that's just one subscription out of like 12 to 15 subscriptions that they have in Amazon, right? Guys, they sell everything. Those products come and go, though. The one thing that stays and continues to get bigger is subscriptions. They keep providing value and they keep bringing on subscribers, right? And so that's where all the security is for those individuals. So for you, let's just say right now, the average person, and these are facts, you can write this down, as you can go and fact check this in your own home. The average person is spending $1.22 for every dollar that they actually earn. And that's on financing, interest rates, and stuff like that. They're not paying for cash for cars, homes, credit cards. They're over leveraging themselves. So people don't have enough money to save, guys. And so you have to now budget for a surplus. So when you're here and we're helping you build out your brokerage, we're helping you build out your business model, we're helping you bring on business partners, right? When we help you do that, guys, you're getting your $500 a month residuals, 1,000, 2,000, 4,000, whatever it is that you're earning. We're going to help you do that. But remember, those are coming from the subscriptions, right? And those subscriptions, they stay on, they keep growing, they don't go backwards, they don't go away. So let's say you get to a point to where, let's say you have 4 grand a month, and you know you can put $2,000 away per month at that point in time, guys. A person who's putting $2,000 a month away, in 20 years, they'll be at somewhere around about $1.91 million in savings, right? And investings. If they're putting it away in an interest-bearing situation like an S&P 500, some other investments that'll get you about 12% per year. Okay. 1.91 million. Think about what the interest would be, that you're now living off of when you're retired off of 1.91 million. Okay, as an example. So again, even if it's just $1,000 a month for the next 20 years, guys, it's still 800, I'm sorry, $898,000, right? That you can now live off of the interest. Right. And so again, we're not just helping you make money for today. We want to make sure you put you in a position where you have security and sustainability tomorrow. Okay. So again, want to make sure that you get back with the person right away. Want to let them know that you really appreciate, what they did for you. And when I say what they did for you, they gave you an opportunity to say yes or say no to this first. Right. And this is be one of the fastest growing companies out there based on all the things that we actually have to offer. As you can see, this is not a me too company, right? This is a company that's extremely unique, extremely sexy to a lot of people who are looking for something right now. And, so what I would definitely suggest you do is, put yourself in a position where you go ahead and get your builder's package, go ahead and get your game plan session planned and booked, so we can show you how to get the 199 back and show you how to go ahead and get the money that you really need in your pocket into your homes. So remember, you really don't need anything, but courage and belief in yourself, because, we know what we're doing, right? And we know where we're going, and we'd like to take you with us. So with that being said, y'all have a great day. It was a pleasure. I look forward to doing business with you. And if this is not for you, I do know this. Get back with the person and make sure that you get your solar. Make sure you get your water, and make sure you get your Ripple. All right. So see you guys at the top. See you guys at the bank, and see you guys on the beach. You have a blessed day. Bye-bye for now.